is not the greatest strategy in the world. Whenever you go DTs, you're going to be way behind in supply, even if you kill a hatchery like we saw there.
Dude, it was like so smart. He like warped in 2 zealots, left them alone without showing to Rhett, and then warped in like 4 more units and like showed 6 units, moves in with 6 units, and Rhett's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all right, 6 gateways, and then he just automatically says, all right, well, DTs isn't coming, and then that's the reason why he was able to take down that 3rd base, but Red's so powerful when he gets to that certain drone count, man. It's just like unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even need the hatcheries. It's kind of crazy. He even lost that Spire right before it finished, lost a few drones as well, but it doesn't matter. He has just so much supply. But again, a lot of that is because of DTs. DT tech is like the lowest supply that you can be as Protoss if you're going to use it early on. So
it's like really hard to transition out from that too. It's like, what do you do now? Like try to get a robotics facility down, and then that kind of gives Rhett time to get back in the game, and that's when, you know, all of a sudden you try to take a 3rd base, and Rhett's like,
You know, it's the ultimate technical player against the ultimate macro player. Yeah. An awesome battle of styles, but I think they're ready, and I just want to see the next game. So, Day 9, take it away.
Thank you, Artosis. It is time for game number 3 with the series tied up 1-1. Is the crowd ready?
You know what, Day 9? Sweden is cold, but the fans and their enthusiasm warms my heart.
Oh. I really love it here. I love Dreamhack. You guys are awesome. I am so pumped. The map is going to be Metalopolis, the extremely favorited map. He has chosen us almost every single time this entire series.
Yes, indeed. And we do see up here in the 12 o'clock position the red Zerg player just taking the game on Daybreak. It is Liquid Rhett.
And in the south position, showing a wide variety of styles, but last game Rhett showed that he is mortal. It is Liquid HerO.
Once again, HerO immediately dropping that low ground pylon as if he wants to fast expand. Day 9, the talk of this tournament has really been HerO's Warp Prism play, and we haven't seen any of that just yet. Oh, momentary pause there.
It's a pause from Liquid Rhett. We're going to get an update from what is the reason. Could be either some sort of
could be hardware related. Could be that he had to blow his nose.
Yeah, okay. That's true. I mean, these players have played fairly long games in this tournament thus far, so maybe he just needed a break. Just needed a break.
Totally possible. He did say that if it goes on past 3 games, he's going to have to take a smoke break.
Now, you were mentioning what the talk of the tournament was beforehand.
Yes. HerO has been showing us a lot of excellent Warp Prism play. Players signifying that they are ready. Multi-pronged aggression. We saw some multi-pronged aggression on the in the last game, attacking it from different angles with gateway units, setting up the DT harassment, ultimately killing off that 3rd base. HerO has a great ability to multitask, but really it's highlighted most when he shows off that Warp Prism play. Gets a couple speed prisms flying all over the place, dropping High Templar for storms, warping in Zealots to take out bases and to harass drones, and it surprises me that he hasn't busted that out just yet.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Liquid HerO is waiting for the appropriate circumstance to use them on Antigua Shipyard. He just had such a strong forward force, and it cut Rhett down on expansions. All he had to do was eliminate the center base, so no reason to invest too much in those Warp Prisms. Now it looks like, again, Liquid HerO is kind of doing, like what you were saying earlier, the metagame play. I'm just going to build a Nexus straight away. I have no idea what Rhett's doing, but I know he is not going to be going speedrunning.
And I wonder if Rhett is taking note of this. You know, are we going to get into games 4 and 5 and Rhett going to say to himself, I know what you've been doing, HerO. I'm going to get sneaky and do something like a 6-pool. For this game, that's not what we're going to see. 14 pool, 16 hatch coming out for Rhett. Nexus and then Forge for HerO.
And one of the things I just think is hallmark HerO is his incredibly impeccable building placement. No doubt there will be a cybernetics core planted here to block off that backside. Metalopolis, kind of difficult to do the early expand on, but of course, if you know Rhett is going to be doing 3 hatch, you are going to comfortably do that Nexus first. Look at that, no gas at all from Rhett, so HerO knows that no pressure can come to him soon.
Exactly. With no gas, Rhett can't make roaches, he can't make banelings, he can't even get Zergling speed, so there's very, very little he can do to pressure this expansion, if anything. Overlord going to float down here and just get a little bit of a peek and see that the first gateway is just starting to be built. Yeah, now Rhett can see that.
Looks like gateway is down now. Photon cannon finishing up a single gas geyser. 2 gas geysers popping down for HerO, so it is going to be pretty traditional play. And look at that, a 3rd hatchery at the 4-minute mark at his 3rd base. Liquid Rhett setting up for macro mode, and of course, in Metalopolis, you cannot spawn close by ground positions. You could spawn closer by air, but Rhett managing to figure out how to spawn cross-map when it's a semifinal tournament life on the line.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Definitely deserves a round of applause.
For his spawn position, certainly.
You know, you should be good enough to where you shouldn't have to get lucky, but it definitely doesn't hurt.
No, not at all. Not at all. In many cases, I would rather be lucky than skilled day 9. For Rhett on Metalopolis, he is both of those things. 33 supplies, still no gases. 2 queens out, no 3rd queen building just yet. Sometimes we'll see a player build an early 3rd queen and march it to the 3rd in advance. Rhett looks like he's going to be content to just build her at the 3rd base. +1, chrono boosted again.
Yeah, chrono boosted out. This means that if for some reason Liquid HerO wants to do some sort of big 6-gate play, this is actually going to finish a little bit too early. I do like that play that HerO was doing earlier on where he was instead going 4-gate. You can afford to get those reasonably quickly, and he was just getting them to do these harassment warp-ins. Zealots are absolutely phenomenal against Zerglings early on with that +1 attack, and it looks like, wow.
Twilight Council.
1 gate, insta Twilight Council. He's going to be going for a very fast +2, as it turns out.
Yes, he will. And he'll have quick options for Blink. He's already shown some DT play, and it didn't work out for him. I'd be a little bit surprised to see him go right back to it. Rhett with some nice timing on this Overlord knows that some tech has to be going down for HerO. Instead, he's just going to see 2, 3 building gateways before the Stalker picks that Overlord off. I do not think there's any chance the Overlord's seeing the Twilight Council.
I mean, even if the Overlord does, which I do not believe it did.
No, it didn't.
Then that means, that means
that these Zerglings might.
Zerglings are starting to pick away at these back assimilators. HerO just has a single Stalker. And I gotta say, if I'm Rhett in this spot, I'm gonna be feeling real suspicious. I have seen exactly 1 Stalker, and that is it.
1 Stalker, a couple building gates. HerO has shown no inkling of an investment in any sort of tech. Dark Shrine does go down, surprisingly, at the same time as Blink. So he's getting Blink and DTs in 1 fell swoop.
This is an extremely solid way to just play off an early expand in general, even ignoring what the basic build order is. You can simply say, I'm going to go for DT, Blink, and focus a lot on probe production, devoting many chrono booster probes. And then it becomes a very stable platform to head into the next stage of the game. In particular, you can get that +2 weapon upgrade. And again, look at this. Fast Zealot warp-ins just to do harassment.
It can be very, very annoying to play against, and a lesser Zerg player might crumble beneath it. Rhett already has a few Lings out on the map. Now, that +1 upgrade for the Zealots is done, so the Lings are not going to be that effective against them. Rhett does find this building pylon, though.
Very nice spot there by Liquid Rhett, picking off that pylon of heroes. But the real danger is that Dark Shrine. Oh no, Rhett. Unusually light on
this
drones.
Second pylon. No, he doesn't. So 1 pylon does come up in close proximity to Rhett's 3rd. Whoa, Zealots and Stalker just going to walk right up into the main.
Oh, and they secure the ramp. HerO in a good position. And unfortunately, roaches are about to pop out on all sides.
Rhett's in a lot of trouble, Day9. There are DTs working on that 3rd base. Gateway units in the natural. Queen might actually fall. Rhett trying to micro her away.
Oh, and it looks like the Queen does manage to stay alive, but DT's going straight for the main. DTs do take out the 3rd base.
Oh, yes, such an unfortunate situation for Rhett as the Dark Templar making it up into the main. Where's that Overseer coming back very quickly? A few drones going to fall for sure. And HerO, once again, taking a 3rd base behind this this Dark Templar harass. Now in the last game, we saw HerO do something very, very similar, and then Rhett's just like, all right, I'm just going to kill you with roaches now. This time, a little bit more damage was taken, but Rhett's in a similar position. He could literally just build a bunch of roaches and go attack.
Yeah, Red is looking extremely dangerous. Still, his Spire has just now finished. He does have the opportunity to make Mutalisk. Looks like that is what is his plan. He is getting the +1 air attack upgrade in the bottom right. Liquid HerO taking his third 2 pylons, and a cannon being established there as well. In the main base, it looks like there are a good number of gateways here, and HerO knows he's got to start worrying about that variety soon. And this is what makes that Blink plus DT play so solid. You can almost make anything you need the instant you see what Zerg's up to.
HerO revealing that Blink to the Zerglings. Red has 6 mutas on the way. Where is he going to go with him? Probably straight to the main.
Of course, in that unit counting station, we see that Rhett still ahead 64 drones to his opponent's 50 some. HerO now pushing up the right alley. And HerO needs to get a good set of units up.
This is kind of a scary army. Archons, some upgraded Zealots and Stalkers. HerO has no intention to push, or does he? No, he's running in circles around the middle of the map. Going to send this Zealot up to get his scout. Red's mutas are out. I don't think HerO has any idea. If he had, obviously, he'd leave some Stalkers back at home. They fly right past the Dark Templar.
Oh, here come the Mutalisks moving down into the main base. HerO's now building a single pylon. The Blink Stalkers have returned back home. But it looks like HerO, oh, Rhett trying to pull out.
Oh, no.
One easy blink, and the target fire lets him keep 1 Mutalisk alive.
67 drones to 63 probes, 3 bases to 3 bases. HerO playing this game very, very well. Robo is done, so could we possibly see that Warp Prism play? 152 supply for Rhett. He's gone right back to building the roaches. I guess he feels like the muta play hasn't worked out for him just yet. DT going to continue to be annoying. This is one of the great things about Dark Templar. Even when your opponent has detection and deals with your initial harass, they can be used for map control.
Oh, he doesn't cancel. Ugh, it's a little bit of a misstep right there by Red. He's still macroing brilliantly at 155 to his opponent's 116. It looks like HerO's gearing up to push, but where the hell did these roaches come from? Rhett has such good macro. It looks like Rhett now swinging in. He does have a handful of these Mutalisks. Will HerO get over eager and try to engage? It looks like those roaches are going to be able to chase down a lot of these retreating units.
Oh! Once again with the excellent force fields, HerO really knows how to force field effectively. Virtually no overlap on those. Rhett not able to pursue at all. Still only 17 Stalkers on the map for HerO, and not a whole lot that's good against roaches. Blink Stalkers can be very, very strong, but this number of roaches against that number of Stalkers is very, very daunting.
God, Liquid Rhett maxed Liquid HerO at 134 food.
It's a 14-minute max after losing your third base. Are you serious right now?
It looks like Rhett moving back around to the third. Even though he does not have that many Mutalisks, he is still baiting out Blink Stalkers, trying to get into any vulnerable position he can. Now going for that Expo on the right, and it looks like Liquid HerO has a limited number of Stalkers. He's spread somewhat thin, and Rhett is just rallying and going for it.
Some big multi-prong aggression coming here from Rhett. Roaches at the, I guess, the side of the natural lings, trying to run past. They get blocked off by a cannon and some Zealots. The brunt of Rhett's Roach Force, though, going to come bearing down on that natural expand. HerO going to lose a few Stalkers here, Day 9.
Oh, another nice set of force fields, but Rhett is streaming around all the edges that he can. He has roaches on the cusps of that force field set.
Rhett!
Stalkers morphing in. Rhett still has a lot of those roaches morphing in. We do see 2 DTs on the left side of the map are defending against any sort of possible third from Rhett, and it looks like Liquid HerO with some incredible Blink Stalker micro repel.
Blinking forward now, and he's going to kill all these roaches. Overseer goes down. Rhett's still reinforcing, but he's dropped all the way to just 120 supply, and HerO is not going to let the roaches get away. Finally, Rhett pulls out of there with only about 8 roaches remaining. Excellent defense by HerO. The micro on those Stalkers was top notch, just pulling back those damaged Stalkers right before they died.
And it looks like once again, fast expanding and early aggression are Liquid HerO's tickets to success in this matchup. Interestingly, no 4th base attempt from Rhett quite yet. He's instead going to be going for that Hydralisk Den. Feels that that is the solution to this big problem that he's having of a massive Protoss army. The gold expansion, one of the last remaining maps to have the gold. Rhett would have loved to be the first player to take that, but HerO has the better composition early on.
Only 150 supply right now for Rhett, and HerO actually pulling ahead in supplies, 162. He has got a grand total of 20 Stalkers, 14 Zealots, and starting to add in some high Templar on top of that. Just Roach speedling for Rhett, and quite frankly, that's not going to do it against a Protoss player that's starting to add in those tier 3 units.
Yeah, I mean, you can maybe get some nice fungal growths with Roach, Ling, and Fester, but Rhett does not have the time to do that. He's starting to build up Stalkers.
No, look at the third base of Rhett. It has been cleaned out in a big way. A lot of drones dying to a DT up there.
Right now, HerO, really the only hope that Rhett has is if HerO makes a big blunder.
Indeed, HerO going to push up into this gold base, just trying to get positioned, backing up, realizing that Rhett is all over his movements. 170 supply for both of these players. Rhett, his economy is just not what it needs to be. He lost a lot of drones to DT harass, and the workers lost that. 21 workers have died on Rhett's side of the map. HerO has secured this gold base now, and his income is about to skyrocket.
And there's the Warp Prism being produced by Liquid HerO, his trademark unit. But he is going to have a little bit of trouble using it. The Swarm is hopping into action. Zelnaga Cavern.
Roaches, Hydras, and Zerglings, oh my. Storm is done, and there are some high Templar in the mix. A few of them do have the energy to drop that big spell. Oh, big Zergling run by HerO. Not quite.
HerO abandons that post, and it looks like the push. A very nice play by Liquid. Rhett sweeping back around to the third base, catching Liquid HerO off guard. An incredible arc with big storms
Storms going down all over the Hydras. Oh my god, the Hydralisks are just going to melt under Psionic Storm. The Zerglings of Rhett doing a ton of damage over in the third base, but some hold position micro on the probes mean that the Lings are going to target the Zealous. GG from Rhett.